I am so grateful that I never got Botox. I'm so glad that my eyebrows move when I want them to move. Even when I don't want them to, they do. By the way, I gotta turn this down. I apparently have no poker face. I got called out. Look, I don't know. I haven't really shared a lot about the details because I don't like to right now. But, well, let's just say I'll tell the story later. But I learned in a not so subtle way that I don't have a good poker face. Someone called me out in a situation where I was like, guilty. Because I'm very expressive with my reactions, evidently. Okay. I feel like I should start a column. I mean, my blog is basically my column. But how cool would it be if somebody hired me and paid me to voice my opinions via a column? I seriously have a dream of having my own column. And I read the book recently. I read the month of February. I read so much. You may have noticed that I had a little hiatus from my blog. If you didn't notice, that's fine. But I had a little hiatus, and I read. I should have kept track. I did start to keep track, and then I lost count. I read so many books. Anyway, highlights included. Ready? The BFG, Roald Dahl, one of my favorite authors. Okay, I reread the BFG. I read Sarah Vowell, I'm Obsessed, Partly Cloudy Patriot. It was a reread, and it slayed. It ages really well, by the way. And I read the Throne of Glass series I started reading. So The Assassin's Blade is the first one. And then I didn't read the whole series. I'm in the middle of it, but I'm loving it, by the way. And I'm kind of going through withdrawals. I read... what did I read? I read a bunch of National Geographics. I read some tourist guides, a book on Cambodia. I think it was Cambodia. I read I read a book on borderline personality disorder, and I do not self-identify as someone who has borderline personality. I thought I did for a minute. I don't. But I recognize it, and I know people who have it. Anyway, I read a book about that disorder. It's called something like I Love You, Please Leave Me, or something. I read... Wait, I feel like I was going to reference something that I read and I forgot what it was. Oh, I forget what... I hate when I can't say what it is. There's another book I read and I forget what it's called and I forget the author's name. I actually didn't finish that book, but I started it. It was really depressing. And then I read the dictionary, of course. I read the dictionary. And I read the Bible. I'm a Bible scholar. You might not know. Did I just blow a bubble out of my nose? Okay, you might not know this about me. I don't know. I am a Bible scholar. I have such an interesting relationship with the Bible. Very convoluted relationship with the Bible, to put it mildly. Oh, and I will tell you, I think the Book of Mormon sucks. I think the Book of Mormon sucks. And yes, I do read it occasionally. And every time I read it, I'm reminded why I dislike it. So anyway, I probably should get to work. I'm kind of rambling, but I feel like I was going to reference something that I had read. It'll come back to me. Peace out.